Hello, and welcome to your first ever Written in the Stars monthly tarot forecast. My name is Madeline Joan, and I've been reading tarot and doing astrology for a little more than 20 years. You can check out more about me in my About video, but I want to thank you. I really appreciate you tuning in to your first ever tarot forecast, and I hope you find your reading empowering, evocative, and resonant. I'm a very informal reader, so you will probably hear some cuss words. You may see a cat cross over the spread. My apologies if you do. But as long as I've been doing readings, this is my very first time doing one on YouTube. So hi, and I'm super excited to meet you, and I hope that you enjoy this. And without further ado, on to your reading. Hi Virgo! Okay, thanks for tuning in. Here we go with your August 2016 tarot forecast. Pardon all the ums and ohs and ahs, Virgo. I do not intend to taunt you with my little sounds. They're completely natural and organic, I swear. And I promise that I will let you in on every single secret meaning. Okay. Wow. Wow. Look at all these kings, Virgo. Okay. Okay, so there's sort of no getting around the fact that you're walking away from something very important to you. And even though you're an earth sign, Virgo, I feel very much like this is you. You're the King of Cups. Kings can be male or female. The king and queen thing is more symbolic than gender specific. The King of Cups is the classic wounded healer. He's the psychologist. He's the one who has been hurt himself, and therefore he comes to help others. So again, even though you're an earth sign, you're a very mercurial, I mean you're ruled by Mercury. You're a very mercurial earth sign, and you do tend to be very flexible, a good listener, the kind of person who doesn't mind helping people work through their problems. And I feel like you're seeing, okay, Spirit says you're seeing several endings in your life at this time. So it's not just you that's walking away from things, it's like you're seeing endings between other people, things like divorces or people losing jobs, and you're just kind of seeing, I want to use the phrase a domino effect, a few people that you care about walking away from things. But I don't want to get necessarily fully into the cliches of when, you know, God closes a door, he opens a window. But there is some pragmatism, and I know that as a Virgo you could value a little pragmatism, right? There is some pragmatism to that adage, because, well, what is the point of saying, okay, well, the door is closed and now we're all screwed? There's some definite pragmatism to saying, okay, well, this is done, so where else can that lead me now? Where else can that take me on my journey? Can I find more, wow, Spirit leapt out with the word integrity. Not meaning to imply that any of you are not acting in integrity at this moment, but a greater sense of self, a greater sense of being self-piloted. Again, when I feel that you can be very much like the King of Cups, the King of Wands is a little further from the truth. You tend to be, of course, barring the fact you might have, you know, an Aries or Leo ascendant or a lot of placements there, but by and large, you Virgos tend to have a very, well, you're definitely strong and powerful, but it's a quiet strength. It's a mutable strength. Whereas the King of Wands tends to come off very bold. He's very, he owns his authority, and he doesn't just own it, he likes to proclaim it. I mean, he wants people to know that it was his idea. And you're going to be stepping into a little bit of that. In this walking away, it leaves you with a lot of options. is the point. And not all of these are good options. You need to decide which one you want. I mean, it's a magical scene. I want, you know, everybody think of the, oh God, if you've seen it, the Indiana Jones film with the Holy Grail, search for the Holy Grail. And he has to choose from all these cups. And of course, you know, the spoiler alert, Nazis get their faces melted off when they choose the wrong grail. The best looking cup isn't necessarily the best cup. Cups are about your intuition, and yes, you're going to have to follow that intuition of yours. And it is an excellent intuition. Narrow your focus. Don't scatter your energies. And this thing that you should dive into, it's something that's very personal to you, very unique to you, very much originating in your spirit and your soul. This is something that you create. And creativity can be so many things. You don't have to, you certainly can, but you don't have to be just a painter or a writer or an artist or singer or model to do something that is artistic and creative in nature. You can be a very creative, obviously a coder for web design, or even a game player, or everything. In everything there's the ability to be creative. I mean, accountants get in trouble for doing that very creatively, right? So that should just go to show that really anything can be done creatively. Okay, moving on. Wow. Okay. There is great potential for a growing partnership this month. August is a month for you to choose things. It's all about weighing out and choosing, and also following your bliss, following what really it is that you want. So here you are. Again, whether you're male or female, doesn't matter, and whatever gender that you're into. This is a card of equality, harmony, partnership, exchange. They both bring something to the table, and they just have such a sweet countenance between them. And then above them hovers, you know, the winged lion, and the implication there is, yes, this is all very sweet and innocent and all that, but let's not forget the animal magnetism and the urges that run in all of us. And even that animal attraction doesn't have to be strictly sexual or romantic. We can just have chemistry with certain people, including like business partners, somebody that we just have amazing chemistry with. So look for a person this month that, and yes, it could be a romantic partner, but it could also just be somebody who is like the ideal person to brainstorm with and bounce ideas off of, and just you have very fruitful exchanges with this person. I'm feeling like, okay, very complementary skills. Like if you're a writer, they're a designer, or vice versa, or something in that vein. It is just beginning. This partnership and this particular little this venture that you can have, this choice that you're making to move toward being the King of Wands. Okay, so the King of Wands is your destiny, but it has to start somewhere, and this is all about where it starts. Okay. There's no rush. As inspiring as this is, and you will feel, and including with the relationship or the partnership, don't feel rushed. Don't it's not that you shouldn't be fully invested, but don't rush. Don't leap in with both feet without checking. You know what I mean? Like people dive into shallow pools and break their heads open because they're not thinking about what they're doing. So the Hanged Man is about being in a little bit of limbo. So you may be questioning this partnership. You may be questioning which road to take, which direction to go in. The important thing about the Hanged Man is he, of course, hangs by his leg, not by his neck. He's getting a new perspective. You might feel like you're having your life turned upside down, which is a natural outgrowth of leaving things behind that you fought hard for, or that you tried. You tried and you tried to work it out in your mind and in your life, and it just didn't work out. And that leaves you needing to reorient yourself. But, beautifully, at the same time, this is also a month of inspiration and the urge to begin. And oh my God, I mean, Virgo, I think you can get behind me on this. Like, that thrill you get in the school supply aisle. Yes, I'm flying my nerd flag high right now. But this is, it's like the stars are arranging this so that you can plan your new beginning perfectly. We're in Leo season right now, but we're about to enter Virgo season, when it's going to be your solar return and your personal new year. So your time of year to really come out swinging. So at this time of year, when there's a lot of planets, you know, crowded into your house of secrets in the past, now we're straying into astrology, but I feel like it's very related here. It's about rest and regeneration and preparing to burst out with everything that you've got. And so take this time. Don't rush. You have this wonderful spark inside of you. Feed it. Don't, be trying so hard to give it air that you blow it out, but also don't just leave it there and expect it to become something of its own accord. Give it some nurturing, give it some time. Draw the shades on the weekends, and, don't answer your phone if that's what you need to do in order to give your mind and heart and spirit a little room to breathe and a little room to think about this creative or spiritual gift that you have that really fires you up. You really need to sit with it. And okay, so it's no joke, it's no surprise and no, look, you're a master of the mental realm. Again, you're an earth sign, you're not an air sign, but again, you're mercurial, Virgo. You have a lot of talents and a lot of strengths, and you are very at home in the mental realm. It's your jam. And the King of Swords is a ruler of the mental realm. He's the ruler of words, messages, communications. He's a lawyer, writer, comedian, just a master of words of any kind. So you may be writing a book, writing a blog, putting together some strong political messages, going to law school at this moment. You need to you need to give this room and time and love for it to bloom and for it to come out into the world, for you to share your authority with the world. So give it that time, give it that respect. Okay, this is interesting. I feel like there's a little bit of karma coming into your life this month. And specifically what I'm feeling is that a lot of you are going to be hearing from somebody that you had, okay, I want to say like a breakup with in the past. Sure, for the vast majority of you that will mean a romantic breakup, but for some of you that will be like a friend or a family member that you've had a falling out with from the past. And I feel like they are going to come in via message or however they get in contact with you and kind of want to settle the score, kind of want to talk things out, weigh things out. Everybody speak now or forever hold your peace. As much as I do see that this is a stressful thing, this kind of, and I mean, again, sorry to float back to astrology, but it makes sense with all the secrets of the, House of Secrets in the past, that something to do with your past will get settled this month, will get talked out. So again, as much as I feel it is stressful, I feel that it is a very positive thing, that it's a very good thing that this is going to happen to you. The World. It's the card of ultimate enlightenment and understanding in the tarot. So it's like this conversation that you have. Look at, I mean, just all these crossroads that you're going through. Like your personal relationships, your internal like compass is leading you toward more like deeper life purposes and more self-piloted life. You're seeing patterns you're getting like a bird's eye view of your life this month, and so many things are sort of coalescing, and so many roads are converging, that you're seeing these patterns and making sense of things, and sort of, you know, air quotes, rising above. And when you rise above, obviously you have a better view of where you're going. And to end up here with the King of Swords says that you do have this potential to be this authority for your writing or your speech or your message, your campaign to come through victoriously. Be fair. Notice he's, you know, holding somebody's head in his hand. The King of Swords don't fuck around. So if you are in a position of power, please use that power for good, Virgo. Sometimes you, again, it's no secret, right? Don't cut off my head or anything, but you can tend to be a little critical. That's a good thing in the sense that you have a very good eye, but you can be a little, blunt? You can be a little sharp sometimes in your criticisms. So, just watch that. But definitely that does not mean shy away from your power. That just means exercise a little warmth and diplomacy, and you'll be all right. Because your criticism is positive. I know that it is constructive and it is good. But if you want people to stick with you, just make sure they don't feel like you cut them off. So every month I'm going to be picking a card out of your spread to say this is what you most need to be reminded of this month. This is what you sort of need to most invoke or embody or be aware of this month. And for you all, Virgo, I mean, gosh, there's a lot to this month, but the one for you this month has got to be the Hanged Man. Because I feel like there's going to be so much drive to get things done, and that is fantastic. Don't try to dial down that drive. But also don't try to rush out of a time of limbo. Don't try to hurry things up when the universe is slowing you down, because when the universe slows you down and sort of slows events down and makes them happen slower than you would like them to, there's a good reason. There's things you're meant to be picking up on, and it's giving you time to get certain things ready, to prepare for these crossroads and these major events that are going to help you transcend and rise to a new level. So take it slow and steady, get your rest, do your reflection, see where you stand now, because again, you'll be entering into a period of great power next month. So get your rest and regeneration. I hope you've enjoyed this, Virgo. Thank you so much for listening. If you know any other Virgos or Virgo rising people that would enjoy it, I would love it if you would share it with them. And if any of this resonated with you, I would love it if you would tell me what parts of it mean something to you in the comments, or what you hope to hear in the comments. Thank you so much again, and I'll see you in September. Thank you so much for listening. I'm wishing you a great month. If you enjoyed this video, I would really love it if you would like it and share it with anybody that you think would enjoy it. If anything resonated with you or brought up any questions, I would love to hear your questions, comments, and insights in the comments below. And if you really enjoyed this reading, you can also follow me on social media or on my blog, writteninthestars.co, all of which I've also linked below. And if you really, really liked it, you can book a one-on-one reading with me by finding me at any of those links below. And I really look forward to working with you. Again, blessings to you and yours. Have a fabulous August 2016, and I will see you next month. Bye-bye.